Hello and welcome to today's video. And in today's video, I'm going to speak to you about 4 or 5 different supplements that are potentially worth your money. Now, a few things I want to emphasize before starting is number one, this video is not sponsored in any sort of way because, the moment this is sponsored, then my opinion is going to be skewed. I'm not going to name any specific brands either. I'm just going to name specific supplements. Number two, the reason why I emphasized potentially worth your money at the beginning is because to know whether or not a supplement is definitely worth it for you, I'd need to know more context about you. But because I don't have that context, I'm just going to name a few that, generally speaking, most people would likely do well to buy. And I'm going to go through them in no particular order. So to get stuck straight in, number one, a protein powder. Because if you're like most people, then chances are you lack protein in your day-to-day diet. And a protein powder is literally just a convenient source of protein. Now, I would especially consider taking a protein powder if your diet, so when I say diet, I mean what you eat day to day, not some sort of weight loss regimen, but I would especially consider protein powder if your diet eliminates a lot of protein sources. So think vegan, think vegetarian. As well as that, I know a lot of people are lactose intolerant. You can find protein powders that are lactose free. You just have to, do a little bit of research. Vegan protein powder, pea protein powder, I think egg protein powder as well. Now, second supplement that is potentially worth your money is vitamin D. And the NHS, the National Health Service for the United Kingdom, recommends you pay special attention to your vitamin D intake between the months of October and March. And that's not just because they're random months, it's because it's when the days get darker, colder, shorter, and therefore there's a lot less sunlight, which means you're obviously going to be taking in less vitamin D. For example, I live in Portugal, and even though there is more sun than the UK, thankfully, I am going to be seeing less sun, over those winter months than compared to what I would in the summer. So I do like to pay more attention to my vitamin D intake when I'm buying food, but I will also supplement with it as well, just as like a just in case sort of thing. Third supplement, again, no particular order, I'm just going through them quickly, I'm not going to go into crazy depth on each one, is creatine monohydrate. Now, creatine monohydrate is one of the only supplements that is 100% shown to work by studies. So at the time of recording this, research is also coming out that there's benefits from taking creatine monohydrate, not just in the gym, but you also get benefits outside the gym, such as cognitive benefits. And there's no potential downsides to taking creatine, and there's only lots of upsides. Now, if we're going to speak about creatine purely gym performance, it's going to help you push out more reps, it's going to help you boost your performance, and over time that will add up a lot. If you want to find out more about what creatine monohydrate does, I will link another YouTube video of mine in the caption of this video. It's just worth it, and it's cheap as well compared to other supplements. The next supplements, actually the next two, so supplement 4 and 5, I'm going to cover them together because the same description goes for the both of them. It's omega-3 and a multivitamin. Now, a lot of people, wrongly or rightly, claim omega-3s and a multivitamin, they don't work. There's no point taking them, it's a waste of money. Here's the way I see it. I think it's worth it because it's affordable, depending on the brand you go for, of course. There's no downsides to taking it, and there's only potential upsides. And then when you consider the fact that a single cocktail probably costs about the same, if not more, then maybe 2 or 3 months supply worth of omega-3 or multivitamins, then you suddenly realize, yeah, this is actually worth it, depending on where your priorities are at, of course. So I do think that you've got nothing to lose from taking it and potentially a lot to gain. Otherwise, there is one more thing I do want to touch upon before finishing. So that's it for the supplements. Now, even though you don't need supplements, yes, the right ones can help, but they're not going to fix the following, which is poor sleep hygiene, maybe poor eating and drinking habits, maybe the fact that you're very inconsistent, or the fact that you hardly have any day-to-day movement. Now, if I felt like, I was talking to you right now, then you're probably better off focusing on the habits that I've just listed rather than, worrying about which supplements you are going to get or which supplements you aren't going to get, because supplements, they're only going to make like a 1 or 2% difference. Whereas the habits I've listed, the day-to-day movement, the sleep, eating, drinking habits, that's like where the 98, 99% difference is going to come from. So do think about that. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, maybe even share it with a friend who could find this helpful. Take care, and I'll see you around.